What is up, everybody? It is Die Hard here, bringing you the very special TPP podcast. As I'm typing into the chat box here. And it looks like the Twitch chat is not working as I see viewers piling in. And instead of you guys just seeing a black screen, you're going to see that. Pictures of Die Hard and the big podcast in the middle. So, allow me to clear my throat. I've been doing a lot of talking today. So it is tonight is the 11th hour, the moment of truth that everything gets to come out. Now, I wasn't home when I saw everything happening on, McNabb wants to be in the podcast. Well, I guess you ladies and gentlemen will get the esteemed pleasure of having Scythe in a call or on the podcast with me. I just got to get my gear set up here, and so that doesn't record the phone call. Okay. All right. Well, I hope that Mr. McNabb is ready because I'm going to bring him into this call, and I hope you guys are ready too. As soon as okay, that's all good to go. All right. Are we ready to do this? Because McNabb is going to come in. Pew, 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 lasers. Big hair Bobby. Right on, brother. We're going to see if Scythe picks up. He's not picking up his phone because Scythe is a loser. That's why, because he's a loser. Oh, no, he picked up. Oh, maybe not. You there, Scythe?
Yep, hello. How's it going?
Oh, yeah. So, Scythe, say hello to the TPP stream.
How's it going? TPP?
Also, you should do the stream or plug phones or something because I can hear an echo in the background.
I have.
No.
They are in. I'll try again.
Oh. I don't know. I can hear an echo. No, that's neither here nor that doesn't matter. Ooh, that was loud, and I hear a little echo. I don't know if the stream can hear it or not.
I'll find out in a minute.
Yeah, but you're gonna hear the echo from us being on the. Give us just a moment, folks. In the meanwhile, though, you are more than welcome to submit your questions about TPP or anything in general, really, to my Ask FM account, which is listed on the stream there. It's it's in the upper left-hand corner. It's www.askfm or ask.fm/the1DH. But anyways, first things first, I saw an interesting tweet said, "Oh my, please tell me this isn't real." That was a tweet that I saw come in. In the past few hours, within the past less than 24 hours, I've seen a lot of interaction going up about TPP, and that makes me very happy. Because I've said this before, and I'll say it a million times more, it's never a matter of if, it's always been a matter of when and where and how I'll do it. Now, I'm assuming I might have lost McNabb because I can't hear him talking. Which I'm assuming he's gone. Maybe. Maybe not.
No, I'm still here. I'm just I just moved my mic because I was eating.
Well, we got rid of the echo, so we're good to go. But anyways, so what should people expect tonight? I'll say it like this: don't expect any weird, groundbreaking stuff because that's just not what I do. I'm not a groundbreaker. How do we use the TPP app? Unfortunately, there's not a TPP app yet. I was designing one, but it didn't get too far. I tried, and then they wanted $40, or it was I don't know, it was $45 or something to put it on iPhone, but it was free to put it on the Google Play Marketplace. So I was like, yeah, I won't do that, because I got an Android and everybody else has iPhones. So.
Fuck your Android.
My Android is awesome. I love my Android phone. It's old and slow, but it works. But anyway, so don't expect some groundbreaking, never before seen. I mean, expect characters you've never seen before tonight on the show. But don't expect don't expect to see AC Arthurs because he's not here. I'll spoil that for you guys. He's not here. Given his situation, I hope he recovers from his situation, but He is not in TPP. I cannot reiterate that enough. I've gotten like 4 different Ask FMs about that. He's not in TPP. What else? See, I was going to come up with a whole bunch of topics for tonight, guys, but I was so busy today. I didn't have I walked in the door 15 minutes before the stream started. And McNabb, you should probably really mute your mic again because I can hear you eating.
Sorry. But, yeah, it's funny how you started streaming and I was trying to stream Borderlands on my computer at the same time. Lol.
I see.
But then it decided to hop on my Xbox and then I'd seen you with messages. So, yeah. And
We're seeing lots of people rolling in. We got pull-ins here on the stream. We got the big-haired Bobby, whoever that may be. I think I know who it is, but I could be wrong. And at this time, I'm gonna hear something funny. I'll check out this. Hear something funny. Okay, that is pretty awesome. Do you guys actually know? I'm gonna put this in the chat box. If somebody can name this movie other than the person who sent it, I will give you a very special die-hard shout-out.
It's Nicolas Cage spinning around.
There's a movie. It's from a movie. And whoever submitted that question, please do not spoil it in the chat box.
It was me, you dumbass.
Oh, it was you? Oh, well then if somebody can name it, I will give. I don't know. I'll find out something to give you as a prize. If you can name that movie, don't name it if you know it, McNabb. I'll give everybody 30 seconds. Do 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 do.
I posted that link on your Ask FM because I was like waiting for the chat or whatever, so I posted it on your thing.
All right, so your time is up. The movie is called Leaving Las Vegas. Yeah. You guys should really. It's an older movie with Nicolas Cage. I recognized it as soon as I saw the vodka in his hand.
There's another funny one where he's like Vigian with the trolley.
No. You guys should really watch Leaving Las Vegas. Like, it's pretty good. You'll get a good kick out of it. I mean, there's some funny parts, but some sad parts too. The link that was posted is what I'm talking about in that GIF that you'll see. See that these people are all like.
The fuck.
Yeah, you guys should see that movie though. Leaving Las Vegas was a good movie.
The only reason why I actually posted that GIF in the first place as well is the fact that I seen on your Ask FM that you asked what the funniest. Someone asked you what the funniest GIF was, and
I think that was a question. I think it was a question of the day. I think that's what it was, and I just typed in best GIF of all time or something like that, or the funniest one, and that's the first one that came up. So I was like, oh, it must be the best. All right, so here's a question, an actual question. Do you think these kids with CAW wrestler Twitter pages think they're important and actually believe they're a professional wrestler? People with little followers calling people nobodies, e.g., or an example of I Am Venture.
Hands up.
Okay, yeah, you can take this one.
Personally, sure, I have my own little. Even Die Hard does have her own little call thing, but to be honest, no one ever sees me on it, on my one, but to be honest, everyone that does stupid shit like start shit for their own call Twitter thing and not using their personal one is, just a dumbass really, because they're hiding behind their call thing, but...
Well, I think the question was more along the lines of, do the people that make the created wrestlers with their Twitter pages, whether they post in character or out of character, do they actually believe in their mind somewhere that they are a professional wrestler? I think that was the sentiment to the question. And I would say I think some people blur the lines between
reality and fictional.
Yeah, between reality and fiction, and it's hard for some people to separate it. But then there's others that are very good at doing it. Meanwhile, there's some that just refuse to do either or. They're just either in character or out of character. I do a little bit of both. I'm in character and out of character on my main Twitter. But on my other Twitters, it's all in character. If you see a tweet from the Christopher Billings Twitter, that's all in character. So take everything that I say on my normal Twitter page with a grain of salt, but take everything Billings says as, fact and truth because he's in character.
Yeah, but Christopher Billings is the boss.
Yeah, Christopher Billings he's the man. Billings is the man. I don't care what anybody says. Billings, he was a special kind of commentator. The funny thing is, he wasn't meant to ever be anything, like I just didn't want to do commentary with my normal voice tone, and he ended up being, this staple of TPP. Like, you can't have TPP without Billings. That's just the way it is. The way that voice is detuned, there is no Billings besides that. I also got 2 more questions. Here we go. We're going to get some good ones in here. Okay. Who should we look out for that is new in TPP? Okay, so I'm going to say it like this. Now, you've never seen a lot of these people in TPP, or possibly in other places. I mean, you might have seen them in a couple of places, but I did see a YouTube video go up for this gentleman. His name is Adam D. Whitmore, which I put up his theme song on a couple of days ago or whatever. Then we've got a couple of people that aren't going to be shown that are brand new that you haven't seen yet, but they will be. You'll see them either on Strike Zone or in the near future. We've got people like a gentleman named Rowland Ryder. He's a unique character. He's making his debut tonight. And let's
Got a few
see,
scary cats as well.
Yes,
Scary looking cats.
We've got some pretty scary people. We got this big dude named Cerberus, and I think you guys are gonna
Like him.
exactly. Any chance of seeing some old faces back this year? Yes and no. I'm gonna say it like that. It depends on how far back you want to go, because we've got some people that have been with TPP for the past year, but then there's a possibility that maybe there may be some people from yesteryear, which, that's going to bring a whole different level of intensity, I believe.
Hey, DH, do you want a sandwich?
No, Jesus. I can see it now. That will be trending on Twitter. But to answer the question, what should we look out for that is new in TPP? Definitely the superstars. I also have the paint tool editor. I got the paint tool thing. So I can import paint tools. So of course, paint tools are going to be very abundant this time around, and I don't have to have anybody else make them. I can find the picture and have somebody else color it or do something to it that I need to, which I've had people do, by the way, and those people have not gone unthanked. He knows who he is, and he knows how grateful I am that he made those paint tools. But other than that, I mean, new arena, of course. We still kind of kept to the same scheme as we had on WWE 13, but some slight changes with the ring apron.
And we've got the Strike Zone Arena as well.
Yeah, and the Strike Zone Arena. The Strike Zone Arena is completely original, made by me, and that one, I like that one. That one came out really good, and it's a color scheme I don't see many people use, along with the Frontline color scheme. I mean, not too many people use like the baby blue, bright blue kind of color with the grayish silver. And honestly, guys, my favorite color is not blue. My favorite color is green. But I make everything blue to match the TPP scheme, like the blues and the blacks and the grays. That's all because of TPP, but green is my color.
It's funny how you kind of had like the SmackDown and Raw color type thing going on. You got the blue for Frontline, the red for...
Exactly. We got a red and white scheme. McNabb has joined me on the podcast. But we've got blue for Frontline, which is kind of like our SmackDown. It was originally in the SmackDown arena, so it's like SmackDown. And then we've got a red and white scheme for Strike Zone, which I like the color scheme that it was. So, let's see. But yeah, so new stuff, new arenas, new paint tools, and some new faces. New people you're going to get to see, and new stories that are going to evolve and, grow and do all the spectacular things that they'll do. And moving on to... okay. So this is a good one. Any rivalries carrying over from the hiatus? Yes. More than likely, somewhere along the lines or down the road, you'll see like where they intersect with each other, because that's the way it works. I mean, I guess I'd say we, but I'm going to say but I wholeheartedly believe in continuation of a story. That's why we never remove our old videos. That's why people can still see videos of TPP from when we first launched in November of 2009. They can still see those episodes for the simple fact that I don't believe in erasing our history. A good example is when Styles called me a bitch on one of the episodes. I don't remember the exact episode number. Me and Styles had a falling out, when he left TPP and stuff. And anybody who was in TPP at that time, they know all about what happened. They know about what happened. I'm not going to go into that right now, but they know about it. And, I could have just removed every show that he was on, because that's what he wanted me. He wanted me to remove every show that he appeared in, and I refused to do it because that was an integral part of TPP history. At that time, we had AC Arthurs in TPP. Monroe was there. Virtue was there. They had their match, things like that. So I refused to remove history, no matter what. No matter what happens. I mean, you can still see the Breakdown Rumble from 2013 when everybody got really pissed off at me. That's still available for your viewing pleasure. So
Is that the one that I think it is?
Yeah, that's the Titan Got Screwed Rumble.
Motherfucker.
But yeah, so rivalries, they may not immediately tie back in, but the stories will still be there. And one thing I refuse to do, I refuse to not acknowledge somebody's past accomplishments. So a good example, you all know that Scythe is returning. You know that. I'm not going to act like Billings has never heard of Scythe before or never seen Scythe before. Scythe will be carried over the same way he was when we were doing Frontline on 2013 as, the lone wolf, the Scottish wolf, whatever the hell he called himself.
Scottish wolf. The Scottish wolf.
Yeah, okay. So, nice to see you. Nice to see you too, Mr. Pullins, although you can't technically see me, but...
You can.
Yeah.
You can see your diehard call on the stream.
Well, that's different. That's totally different. Let's see. Okay, so my next question is, would you consider TPP to have a full package of stories, gimmicks, and good wrestling? Yes, and of course not. I'm diehard. I can't wrestle. Come on now. You know that. No, everything is going to be a yes. The relaunch show, I don't want to get everybody's expectations too high. That's not anything I'd ever want to do. But expect, to see storylines that we try to get you personally involved with. We like to have that type of interaction. And like, in an hour or, an hour and a half, when we do the actual stream for the show, I'll be acting like I'm a production guy. I'll be sitting in the chat with you guys, watching the show. Like, that's what I do. We like to have that kind of interaction from everybody in TPP. We all like that. It makes it more fun, more involved, and I don't know. It feels good. It feels right to do that. To be able to watch your show as a spectator instead of just the guy that records it and does all the
it's nice
that
and
stuff.
Fun. Yeah. Also, I just realized I have a fan in the chat, but I have a question. What match are you looking forward to tonight?
What match am I looking forward to tonight? Well, I heard through the grapevine, originally we were going to post up the match card. Like, the match card was going to get posted in a video, but I started having some issues with getting it to turn out the way I wanted it to, so you guys won't know who's all going to be on the match card. But there was one match that I'm really, really looking forward to, and it was called Jerry Graham versus Bryson. Former TCO member versus current TCO member Bryson. That's going to, That has never happened. Yeah, that's never happened before. I mean, we saw Jerry Graham get his ass whooped by TCO last year at the end of June. Yeah. He got beat down by the Die Hard. Okay, he got beat down, and then he challenges Die Hard at Urban Warfare, gets his ass whipped again, and then Damian Gamer tried stepping up to Die Hard. What happened to Damian Gamer? Where I should have downloaded a boo chant so that when I said that I had to go boo, but no. Damian Gamer, he couldn't get the job done either. Who can beat Die Hard? No one. That's who. No one can beat Die Hard. In a TPP arena, you cannot beat Die Hard. You can beat me anywhere else, but you can't beat me in TPP. It just won't happen. Uh-huh. Okay, I take that back. It does happen in TPP from time to time. But yeah, so would I consider us to have the full package of stories, gimmicks, and good wrestling? Yes, of course. The gimmicks that we're bringing out this time, everybody's got these unique, different gimmicks. No two people are the same. I love it. It's weird because usually you get guys that'll overlap with their gimmicks, or their persona of their character. But this time around, I mean, the heels are badass MF and heels. The good guys are like these baby face, play by the rules, And
everyone else is troglodytes.
Yeah, and troglodytes. But yeah, so I think this time around, I think everybody's gonna enjoy it. And to answer I know the question has been lingering on my Ask FM now for like 4 days, but somebody had asked about tryouts. Unfortunately, we're not doing any tryouts. We are full at the current time. If you were contacted, then you know, if I reached out to you and said, hey, do you want to be a part of the relaunch? That means you're on the roster. If I didn't contact somebody about that, that means they're not on the roster. Unfortunately, we had some spectacular tryouts when we did the live stream of the tryouts. I'll be the first one to admit that. I mean, we had people trying out that I never thought in my wildest dreams that they would do as good as they did. You know, but
James
like
McKay.
Idiota, like right, and like Idiota did amazingly good in his tryout. Brian Amir did really good in his tryout, or Ironbound Drop. So many spectacular good tryouts, you know, and unfortunately, if I didn't contact you, it's not that I don't like you. It's just, it's immediately or right now, I got the core people I want to work with, and I think that's for the best. You know, I think it's.
I feel so loved.
Yeah, see, Scythe should feel loved, and Scythe, he's all over the community. He does recording for another show, so we won't. I'm not pointing fingers or nothing, but he does record for another show, or he's gonna be recording for another show.
I don't even know the update for that. Like, he's only sent me a voice message, and then that's about it. So, fuck knows.
Oh, and so we got this question about 8 minutes ago. Hey, I want Idiota on TPP, not Idiota. Well, for Mr. Not Idiota, unfortunately, like I just said, it can't happen right now. Maybe we can dance with the idea in the future, but
Who knows?
yeah, I can't say no, but I definitely can't say yes right now.
Just depends on the timing.
Yeah, it's all it all depends, and if the timing is right, you know. All right, so here we go. According to former TPP superstar Orion James, the former Adrenaline champion who dropped the title when he got hurt, cause and cause shows don't need stories or gimmicks, or he wouldn't need to join CCE. He said it only needs good wrestling. Does that make TPP garbage or even over the top for having stories and gimmicks along with good wrestling? The thing is, it may not be the cause in general that needs stories, but the show needs a story. It's got to have a story element to it. Otherwise, you're just wrestling a match. You gotta, like that was something I always tried to push into people when we were doing our recordings, you know, and like I would talk about it on the other podcast I was doing, but I was always like, you know, you got to tell a story from bell to bell. You know, like when you do the circle and then you do the tie up, that's the beginning of the story. The end of the story is whether it was a victory by pinfall, submission, disqualification, right, anything. You know, it's important. The story element happens naturally. Usually, it'll happen throughout the match. You know, you'll see it progress. You know, you'll see a more aggravated wrestler start doing more dangerous maneuvers, or you know, more ruthless gestures towards the crowd or towards the people they're wrestling. But yeah, shows have to have a story element to it. There's got to be, otherwise matches are just, everything would be a tournament. You know, there would be no middle ground. There would be no what's the word I'm looking for here, McNabb? There would be no density to there'd be no density to the show. So I hope that it answered your question. I don't think TPP is garbage. I mean, I know a lot of people think I'm garbage or TPP is garbage, but hey, everybody's got an opinion. Opinions are like assholes because everybody's got one. You know, it's just the way it is. You know, and I've said this before too, but if you don't like my show, then just don't watch it.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Even if you dislike the video, even if you go there just to dislike it, I'm still getting paid for it. So you know, that's on you if you want to make me money. But yeah, so shows they've got to have some type of story element to it. I mean, it's been that tune of time since the beginning. There's always some type of story element. So
if no story was involved, then you'd be kind of sitting there bored.
Yeah, exactly. Because then commentary wouldn't have anywhere to go, you know, from that if there was no story. And then the one, why, you know, this Hewitt dude, like he's a cool dude and all, like he's in the chat sitting here chatting up, but then he'd be taking my name. He took my name and said "die" in his name. I'm the only DH, okay, Mr. Hewitt, okay? But he
Backhand
asked,
you.
he asked who is Orion James. Orion James was a very
Cool
impressive.
person.
Yeah, he was a cool guy when he came into TPP. Nobody would take, or he was in RCWE and he left or whatever, and then he was in TPP, and I don't want to say that we pushed him to the next level, but he came in, and people got behind him, got very supportive of him. He had some real life stuff happen, so we wrote his character out with a brief injury. And it happened during the no. Eddie Hewitt is not greater than Die Hard. You can't even spell Die Hard's name right, Eddie Hewitt. But but yeah, so he got injured. We had to write him out, and then during the hiatus, and some people know. I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with what happened during Christmas and stuff. We don't need to go back into that. So, but yeah, that he was a phenomenal person to have on the show. I loved it. Like, it was fun having him in matches. We all had a blast working with him. But, unfortunately, he's in a different place now. So
You make
wanna
it sound
add
as though he's
anything?
in like heaven or hell.
Well, I don't know. What do you consider the places he's in, heaven or hell? It's up to you.
I don't
If
even
you
know where he
consider
is.
if you consider like CCE heaven, then he's in heaven. But if you consider it hell, then he's in hell.
Depends on who's running it.
TPP is purgatory, okay? That's what TPP is. TPP is purgatory. It is the middle ground. That is what I am. I'm the middle ground. I'm the guy that gives everybody a shot, regardless of race, color, creed, skin, talk shitness, everything.
And you
I'm that
wonder
guy.
why I always feel quiet at home.
Okay. All right, so I got 3 good questions here. Okay, so we're going to get the most obvious one out of the way. When are we going to see Billings in some ring action? First off, if Christopher Billings was to step into the ring, we all know that he would go undefeated for 6 years. We know this. We all know this. I mean, let's face it, okay? Let's do some statistics here. When you think of, like, commentators who call the moves really good and call them out, like, on the seat of their pants, Billings is the best at that shit. He's the best at calling the moves, like, what they're actually called. Like, with the whole enunciation of them and this and that, and like, you'll call them like an inverted neck breaker, although it's actually a suplex, just things like that. Billings would go undefeated. He would probably kill everybody he's in the ring with because he'd be like trying to do like a double underhook, leg grapevine suplex or something and fucking break their neck and spine all at once, all in one swift motion. No, but in all seriousness, we probably wouldn't see Billings in ring action. Because unfortunately, the announce table makes him look a lot bigger than his character is. If you put Billings up against other characters, like he's miniature compared to them, and so yeah, I don't think he'd actually be a good in-ring wrestler. I mean, we said he did some high school wrestling or college wrestling or something, but that was it. Like never did in-ring action. I mean, he was scheduled to have a match at I think it was No Mercy in.
A
Like
long time
2000,
ago.
yeah, it was like in 2011, I think, and there was issue with me and Styles because Styles was the other commentator at the time, and there was an issue, and he left, so we didn't do the match, and so Billings was like, "Oh, I defeated him," but he didn't actually wrestle the match. There was no actual match for Billings. But yeah, so Billings wrestling probably not. I just. Here's a good one. This kind of goes in with the smaller guy kind of questions. Is James Anderson still our TPP Adrenaline champion? The answer to that question is no. Unfortunately, Anderson contacted me about this. I think it was yesterday, and I told him the same thing I just said on the stream a few minutes ago. If I didn't contact you, unfortunately, you were passed over, and for Anderson, he was passed over.
You're making a lot of biblical references here.
I do. I'm all about it. But yeah, Anderson did get passed over. The Adrenaline Championship was vacated, and so for storyline purposes, we'll just say the title wasn't vacated or defended within 60 days, so the title was vacated. Just to make it seem a little bit better.
Legit.
Yeah, make it more legit. Can we expect new TCO members in the future? I don't know. I mean, Die Hard's really picky about like those he puts in TCO. Like You've heard the stories of the Die Hard dungeon. He makes him train for 23 out of 24 hours a day, with no water in between. So
I had to,
I don't
I
know.
had to nag him to death, like for the past like 2 months or something.
So I
To
don't
get
know.
me in there.
It would just. I guess if the situation panned out the right way, would TCO welcome another person? Possibly. I'd I'd have to be in character as Die Hard to make that decision, and right now I'm not in character as Die Hard. I'm just me. So yes, maybe, no, maybe. I don't know yet. Only
He's
time will
sitting
tell.
on the fence. Sitting on the fence.
Yeah, exactly. I'm on the fence about it. Who do you think would make a good champion in TPP? I have 3 choices. A good champion. Die Hard would be number 1. No. Man, who would be a good champion? You got to resubmit that question? You got to broaden the horizons. Give me a circa time, from the original when we first started all the way up. Like that. Otherwise, if I have to just go with our current roster, I would say, size-wise, would be Cerberus. That dude he's massive. He's like his own tree trunk. He's like in a big oak tree that would just, if you looked at him wrong, it would be like running into a brick wall.
I'm sorry.
And then I'd have to say number 2. If I've got 3 spots, number 2 would have to be, because I don't want to say who I'm actually want to say, because they already know the plan. They already know what's gonna happen. So I don't want to say that person. Okay, yeah, we'll jump to this one. Okay, that one's just kind of that's too hard of a question for me to respond to right now. The odds of Die Hard coming out of retirement. It is about as likely as the Detroit Lions winning the Super Bowl. Probably will not happen. I mean, you'll see Die Hard make periodic appearances and matches, but to come out of retirement, it wouldn't make sense, because the character Die Hard is aged at 44, in game. His in-game life is 44 years of age. That's his stuff. Yeah. And so if he was to return, he would be pushing 45 years old before he got back into normal in-ring competition, and that would just be really weird, because then I'd have to give him the Ric Flair body. I couldn't give him, the body that he has now, because he wouldn't be able to maintain that kind of physique almost in his 50s,
To be fair though, Undertaker has.
Sort of. I mean, he's gotten a little bit chubbier. Then he's lost the weight.
He's slightly chubbier, but he's still got the muscle physique though.
Well, he's getting the loose skin now.
Yeah.
That's what the Undertaker. He's getting the loose skin, so it's. And I'd have to give that to Die Hard. I don't want to give Die Hard that kind. I like Die Hard looking like a sexy man beast, an old sexy man beast. All right, let's see here. What's happening with Craig Hazard? Unfortunately, we cannot disclose the situation of his contract. But we are diligently working with Mr. Hazard. That is what TPP management has told me to say. All right. Okay, so this one's going to kind of take a shot at everything that went on in Christmas and stuff, but who's your favorite White Knight? Do you have a favorite White Knight, McNabb?
Let's see. My favorite White Knight in TPP?
I guess. Just in general, whoever was your favorite White Knight when everything was going on.
Well, my favorite guy, you already know who my favorite guy was in TPP, was Mr. James McKay. So,
Yeah.
2 Scottish homies getting along. Yeah.
My favorite White Knight is the White Knight. His Twitter is Knight69White, just for the simple fact that he sends me a tweet yesterday and he says, "I am always here to help Sir Diehard, king of the power plant." That was great. I loved it.
Do you want his penis some more up your anus?
No, I'm glad that he was brown nose. I'm glad that the White Knight was brown nosing me, because it's a hard knock life being Die Hard. I tell you what, it's hard.
I hope you know I just had a total flashback of the Mini-Me and Dr. Evil.
Okay, so we got a pretty good chunk of questions here. the Cerberus guy you keep mentioning, is he huge like Monroe or bigger? Here's how we can look at this. Cerberus, size-wise, makes Monroe look like
A
like James
grasshopper.
McKay. No, he makes him look like James McKay. That's what he makes him look like. Cerberus is a big dude. The way the body morph was done and everything, he is a
Yep.
big dude. Like if anybody took HGH, to get bigger, like they wouldn't be able to get that big. Like this guy, he was like born like how Kali probably was, like when he was growing up, like this big freak of nature. That's his thing. He's a fucking freak of nature, straight up freak of nature. He's a maniac of love.
But yeah, like Cerberus, man, like you guys will be able to see him tonight, and he's a pretty big dude.
Yeah. The camera doesn't do him justice, especially with the screen or the angles and the entrances. It just doesn't do him justice. He's so much bigger than that. Then I see a question here. We want Anderson. Well, James Anderson. I highly doubt that anybody posted that to me, unfortunately. Although I know you're sitting here on the stream, but as I told you yesterday, we are currently filled up. So, sorry. Somebody asked for the current roster. How about this? Because although our roster is set, we're still working out some. I don't want to give away everybody's names, so I'll say it like this: we have 12 heels and 16 faces. That's 28 superstars, 28 wrestlers. And more than likely, you won't be able to guess who plays as who. I mean, I'm just kind of throwing this out there, but you probably won't be able to guess who with who. I mean, there's one that I'm sure you're gonna know who that one is, but you won't know until probably episode 2. And then of course, some of the TPP originals that came in, like you'll know who those ones are, but you won't know who the newer ones are, and it'll be exciting. You'll get to learn a whole new preset for them. So
Yeah. So give them your love.
Somebody asked, are any chicks gonna end the sausage fest on TPP? Probably, probably not. I mean, we are a male-dominated family product. We don't have many divas, so
So
I don't
what I'm
think we
getting
have
at
any.
So what I'm getting at here is that you're into domination. That's interesting.
Sure, I guess. It's better than being submissive. Yeah, we have a good chunk of faces, and we have a real and those that are heels are very solid heels, like those that are, heels. Titan Sandwich. I'm assuming that was McNabb that posted that.
Mhm.
All because we did that one time on commentary. Now, that's his marquee for Titan. All right. So, with the change in TPP's roster, is there any chance that titles will be vacated or changed? All the titles are still like I'm gonna try to make them look like they did on 13. Most of them are like I think I already got them made. I don't know. I might be wrong. I might not. I think I do, but I could be wrong. Some of the titles have been the only champion that carried over was Bryson, because technically he defended his title in my universe mode. He defended it
Cheat.
against. Yeah, hey, that's not cheating when it was the computer. I watched the computer do it. He won. So that was a successful title defense at the end of January. So he has until the end of March before it'll be vacated. If he weren't to defend it, So he defended his title though. So currently Bryson is the only recognized TPP champion. I mean, he's not even the TPP champion. He's the internet champion. So the Adrenaline title, the tag team titles, and the TPP title currently are vacated. Getting lots of questions tonight. In a match between Melinda and Die Hard, who would win? I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, I don't know. That's a tough one because if Die Hard gives her the Die Hard drop, she might do the Melinda painkiller, and like that would be like a testy grab and just squeeze, So yeah, or a bite thing. She just mimicked biting, but I don't know. In a match between Melinda and Die Hard, it'd probably end in a count out. That's what I'm thinking. It'd end in a count out or a disqualification. Die Hard take the DQ.
Lol.
But This is Anderson, die faggot, Brandon Murray. Oh, Mr. James Anderson, why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be like that? What's up with this Hanzo guy from Japan? Hanzo Oshihara is, and Billings will really be able to help with commentary, but he, damn right, Melinda has fans. That's right. But take the dive, die hard, be smart. What was the question I was gonna say? I don't even remember what it was now.
Neither do I.
And I already deleted off my Ask FM. I looked at the chat and I saw that. Shit.
Shit.
Okay, I do apologize, folks. You know, I apologize that I missed that
who's
question.
Hanzo, the Japanese guy?
Oh yeah, Hanzo Oshihara. Billings will be able to better explain him on commentary. But he is a very dangerous, aggressive, but very a dangerous, passive-aggressive wrestler. Meaning he will happily receive damage from his opponents, but when he does get his hands on you, that is when it's game over.
And that also reminds me, Billings is not alone tonight, is he?
Nope. Billings is not alone tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And from now on, Billings will not be alone. Billings, we actually hired another commentator for Frontline. And with Strike Zone, this is how this is going to work on Strike Zone. The first episode of Strike Zone, since we already had it done before we contacted the secondary commentator for Strike Zone, the first episode of Strike Zone will have just Billings on it, but future episodes should have dual commentary as well. So Frontline's going to be dual commentary, Strike Zone's going to be dual commentary, and the pay-per-view type events might be 3-man. I don't know yet. Haven't decided on that. And a reason for that is we're kind of going. I don't want to give away too much, but we're kind of going. It's not that we're going on the seat of our pants when we're doing stuff, but we're doing some things a little different this time around, and seeing what the outcome is. So
Yeah.
But and while I'm talking about Strike Zone and Frontline, so let me explain it. I don't know if I explained it good enough in the video. I doubt I did. But so on Frontline, that will be streamed. That's a live stream show. Strike Zone will come out the day after, but it won't be live streamed. It'll just go right to YouTube. It's pretty much an extension show. It's like Raw and SmackDown before the rosters ever split up. Like back in the day, like they'd appear on Raw and they'd appear on SmackDown, and it was just an additional way for storylines to further evolve and do more stuff. And it's a workload that we're prepared to take on, and it's for the viewers in that sense. So
Yeah.
yeah. All right. What TPP match tonight is the best match of the night? Why you got to put me on the spot like this? This is like, I think that a lot of the matches were really, really good on Frontline. All of them were really good on Strike, or on I almost called it Strike Line, on Strike Zone. I don't know. It's tough.
Maybe we should answer this together, or maybe I don't know.
I'll say it like this. The Scythe match was really good because Scythe, when you see who he fights, you'll be like, oh, okay, I get that. And then when you hear what Billing says after the match and before the match, then you'll understand it. I would say the Jerry Graham and Bryson match was probably match of the night just because, there was history there. One is in TCO, one was in TCO, and, the whole who was the better trained or, that type thing. So Bryson and Graham, I guess, would say was match of the night, but every match that was on the show was really good. I enjoyed recording all of them and commentating them. So,
yeah, I quite like. We've seen the show before, and I quite like the Bryson v Jerry Graham match.
Yeah, all the TPP guys have seen the show. Like they all saw the show beforehand, so they know.
But my favorite match though has to be the first match. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. That's a match I guess we can talk about. Travis Porter and Damian Wallace. Neither one of those guys ever got a shot at that Adrenaline Championship. They never got that shot, and so, we had them do this one-on-one. They had an amazingly good match for the first match. That's the first match of the night, so we can tell you that the first match of the night was Damian Wallace versus Travis Porter, and that one was we had a little too much fun doing that match. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we did.
We got a little carried away, but it was well worth it. I think you guys are gonna enjoy it.
At least
Uh,
there's no botch doing a flip over into a table.
that is very true. That is very true. Also, we got some 4 more questions here. James Anderson gets no poon. Well, he's only like 15 or 16, so hopefully he's not sexually active yet.
Well,
You know,
16 is the
'cause
legal age, isn't it?
well, in the United States, I mean, it's a legal consenting age, but, you know, I don't know. People shouldn't be doing it at such a young age, you know, unless
I
you're
was.
ready to have kids. I'm just saying people shouldn't be doing it unless they're ready to have kids. But, you know, that makes me a hypocrite because I was doing that stuff before
That's
I
what I was
was
about to be
before I
like,
was 16. But, you know, it's just, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. But
Just going down
I,
into digging a hole.
so this is what Anderson said to me, because you put me in the unemployment line. Now I have to work at Wendy's. Hey, Wendy's actually has some pretty good burgers. Oh, we got a question for Jerry Graham. How many dislikes do you think is coming your way, brother? And I got Jerry Graham standing right next to me here. So, Jerry, how many dislikes do you think TPP Frontline is going to get this time?
Well, brother, I don't know. It could be anywhere from 10 to 20 to 50 to 100. But hell, brother, if they know what's good for them, they'll watch out for a saving grace.
Get out of here, Jerry Graham. Just go away. Just go away.
Sure that wasn't
Go.
Hulk Hogan?
That's what I'm saying. He needs to stop drinking his vitamins and eating his juice, you know, whatever.
Speaking about vitamins, I'm having a nice cold beer.
Also, I know that I hope you guys realize I did say that backwards. Drinking his vitamins and eating his milk. You know, so I said it backwards intentionally because Jerry Graham is he's a weird one. All right. People are saying J.C. Pullins, clap, 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 clap. I'm not hearing any claps.
Bye, Matt.
Oh, gee. On a scale of J. Franco to 10, how good are the new intake of characters to TTP? To TPP. On a scale of J. Franco to 10. I would say that they are all... I mean, you know, everybody's got their own... Some of the superstars have shortcomings. You know, but a lot of them were the characters that, you know, appeared before, like Lance Owens, you know. But Lance Owens is meant to be a basic character. He's not meant to be super extravagant or super exuberant or anything like that. He's not meant to really stick out too much. He's a jobber, but you guys seem to really, really like him. I don't understand that. You like the guy that gets his ass whooped all the time.
Wait, is this... That's the same for Chinzilla, isn't it?
Yeah, Lance Owens, Chinzilla.
Goddamn
But,
Chinzilla.
But yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good are the new characters? I don't know. I would say they vary from 5 to 10. You know, I mean, Cerberus is a 10, just because of the way that he's formed and built. And if somebody says that, and Hanzo Oshihara, I'm going to say this right now. If somebody says he's a Monroe knockoff, you deserve to get slapped in the face. Monroe's character was built as in he was doing he was taking human growth hormones. The Hanzo character isn't that, like, the Hanzo character has a natural build to him. Like a natural, not bulky, but not small. You know, he's kind of in between, but his build is very good along with his look. So yeah, definitely, I don't know, so many different levels and scales. So I can't put...
It's a pretty hard question to do, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't put a definitive number on any certain person, you know, because it wouldn't be doing them justice, so... That's how I'll say that. It wouldn't do them justice. Can I join in on the podcast, friend? Well, Mr. Anderson, the last time we had you on a podcast, you were playing GTA 5, you know, and we're totally aloof.
By the way, guys, make sure you get an Xbox One, because if you wish to join in as a podcast like here, you can actually play a game while talking in a podcast.
Oh, jeez. Let's see. We're seeing a lot of activity in the chat room, and I'm sorry, guys, I'm not fully paying attention to it because I got my Ask FM up, trying to take questions, and so if you do have a question,
I'll keep an eye on that.
send it. All right.
I'll keep
All
an
right.
eye
So
on it for you.
next question. Yeah. I'm also looking at my Twitter, you know, seeing what's all going up. Somebody said, "You and McNabb, dog," and they got the big smiley face. That's right, dog. Me and McNabb, all the hizzo for shizzo.
Can I slap you?
What? That's a good one. Shut up. Okay, here's a good one. On a scale of James to Anderson, how diehard is Scythe? Well, I don't know. How diehard are you, Scythe?
I only have one move as diehards. If that's what he's implying.
Yeah, and it's just the spine buster, and that's a TCO trademark move. That's just something that we ask what spine buster it is we should use, and that's the one we use because it looks the most impactful, and it looks like they could all do it. So
I'll tell you right now, man. Like I didn't really base Scythe off of Die Hard. I kind of based Scythe off of a mix of people. Let's put it that way.
I agree, and your mic just sounded
Like, offer,
really weird.
One of the people being Punk, because that's quite a lot of people do that. But like that's one of the people. I'm not going to say what the rest are, but yeah, I've got a small bit of punches in there, so I kind of based the punches off of Undertaker, but basically I think mainly kind of like Triple H with punches. So it's just a variety of people.
That's right, a variety. He's got that variety.
For Pete's sake.
Yeah, your
I hate my
mic sounds
control.
really. Yeah, your mic sounds really weird right now.
Damn.
Okay, that's better.
My controller's
I was
turned
all-
off.
I was all like, "What the hell's going on here?" All right, so now we're moving on. But as you guys heard, Scythe has many influences on his character, so it's not just not just Die Hard. Even though you said the rosters are set, if the opportunity comes, would you rather take Nick Virtue or AC Arthurs? Nick Virtue.
It's kind of funny how the.
I mean, I'm being honest, guys.
Yeah,
That's-
Nick Virtue. Yeah, he's a good in ring person.
I've got nothing against Andy, nothing at all. But, given Andy's circumstances that he's in right now, you reap what you sow. He was, not even 3 months ago, back at the end of November, I think it was, or maybe the beginning of December, everybody told him what not to do. They said, don't do what you're going to do. And he did it, so it's on him. It's not on anybody else. It's on him. I wish him the best, but Nick Virtue all the way. All right, next question. Somebody says I'm on the dashboard. I have no idea what I'm on the dashboard means. Can I have a James Anderson dollar T-shirt to wipe my ass with? Yes, we're actually selling them at tonight's concession stand, half off. So instead of it being the typical $1 for purchase, it is 50 cents. So you can buy 2 Anderson T-shirts to wipe your ass with if you wanted to. Oh yeah, I went there.
You're an asshole.
Can you sum up your day so far in just one word? Oh, that's a question of the day. I'm sorry. But yeah, busy. That's the one word I can sum it up with. I've been very, very busy today.
I will happily give my one as well.
Go ahead.
Lazy.
I wish that my day could have been lazy. That would have been awesome. Yeah, James Anderson is the future.
What's a
If
James
you could-
Anderson?
Yeah. If you could rehire anyone from the past, who would it be? Oh, I should rehire Summeraro just because I know McNabb likes him. I know they're best buds.
Good to hell.
or his brother Dan. No, if I could rehire anyone from the past, I'd probably, and I know you guys are like, who the hell is this guy that you're talking about? But Bam Gamer, I've talked about him a couple of times, but he had that mindset, and we were still playing competitive when he was in TPP, but he had that simulation kind of mindset going on, but it wasn't implemented yet, so we weren't doing it. But he had that mindset, and he wanted to plan everything out, details of how we were going to wrestle matches and this and that. He was definitely the guy that I would rehire if I could. But as far as I know, he's not on Xbox anymore.
Oh no.
Oh, also, in case some of my infamous diehard haters, the diehard fan club, that's what I call you guys. in case some of them end up watching this at this point, for those of you who think that my best friend went on to PS3, I can assure you that my best friends are all on Xbox with me. Like, straight up. Even my real life best friend has an Xbox. Like, you know, and I've known him my whole life. He's an Xbox kind of guy. Because there was one specific person that said that my best friend went to the PS3. I have no best friends on the PS3. I have friends that are on the PS3, but no best friends on the PS3. I mean, I have best friends that have both consoles, which one of those people is actually, or I don't know if he still has both consoles, but he is in this chat box right now. He's one of my best friends. One of my best friends ever. And I believe he still has both consoles. So technically, he's got both. And for those of you that thought Sinister Smiles was my best friend, he wasn't my best friend. He was a really good friend. And yeah, he has both consoles too. But he didn't go PS3 exclusive. So whoever gave such and said, actually, you know what? Fuck that. Whoever gave X2 Twisted that information, you were poorly incorrect. My best friends are all on Xbox. So, and yes, I know my voice is dying. I know this.
You are the diehard.
Exactly. I'm diehard and my voice is dying. Oh, okay.
Oh, J. Graham.
Yeah, see, that's what happens when you voice Jerry Graham, ladies and gents. All right. Oh, what is this image that you posted? Is this? Oh, yeah, that's the Leaving Las Vegas one. He gets money and he puts it all in the cart. You guys need to go watch the movie Leaving Las Vegas, like for real. I think they actually have it on Netflix. I'm not 100% sure. Who asked for the shirt? James Anderson is looking for the guilty party on that one to come forward. So if you're in the chat box, I guess you can say you asked for a shirt to shit on or to wipe your ass with. Anderson, I already told you no, you're not on the podcast tonight. All right, talent-wise, is there any other cause show you would mold into TPP Die Hard style, if that question makes sense? If you're referencing like the way that we do the show, I'm not saying like we're the best or anything like that, but I would say the structure that we use is different. It's always been different from what everybody else does, and the main reason is we've always tried to take out the time. Like if somebody had a conflict, to hear their conflict. You know, we've never been the kind of person that would just ignored it and let it go. A prime example of that was Shane Silver and Explicit, which those of you that were in TPP then, which Mr. Pac-Man's going to remember this. Jordan is going to remember this. I'm sure you guys know who Mr. Pac-Man is, but it's Jordan Moore right there. But he was in the party when this was going down, and he ended up firing Shane Silver. And then I ended up firing Shane Silver and he fired Explicit, but they both ended up getting let go. But they, we literally handled that situation in a one-on-one environment, like one person to one person talking. And when me and Jordan were talking to each other, Jordan told me what was going on that side, and I told Jordan what was going on the other side, and it was decided upon between the both of us to let them both go. It was easier to let them both go for the simple fact that, you have to be able to handle that. So I think the way we handle things in TPP are different from what other shows may do. So if I could mold any show into what I guess kind of TPP styled, I guess, I don't know. I don't know if I would, because that's what we have on everybody else. We have a unique format that we do stuff in. So, you want to add anything to that, McNabb?
Not really, because it is true. You kind of do handle things very, very well. By the way, I've had a few drinks today, so I'm a bit, yeah.
All right. And then somebody posted, you called Samararo a hobbit. The dude's like 6'4". He's huge. He's ginormous. He is a big dude. He's a big dude.
Next up, the gif of what I'm like with Samararo whenever I hear the word Samararo.
You have as good of GM skills as my left dick. White Knights for life.
Left dick? You have two dicks?
I guess that's what the question says.
Person has two dicks. that could be very helpful. I guess you could do anal and pussy fucking at the same time, I guess.
So you can get some DP going on.
I know, exactly.
Hanzo is a Monroe wannabe. Now, how do you know that Hanzo Oshihara is a Monroe wannabe? You haven't even seen him yet. So how do you know?
Did he have to upload on the community creations?
Yeah, but I think Hanzo's already off of there.
Fair enough. I've not even.
Yeah. Like this, okay? I'm gonna put his picture on there. You guys get a sneak peek here. Hanzo Oshihara, look at that mug.
I'm seeing no mug.
Well, it's on a delay, so
Oh.
you know.
Well then.
Who be asking those stupid questions? My shoelaces are tied. You sound stupid. You guys, they crack me up in this chat box. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it.
Go love the chat box. Mind you, there's a lot of green.
But yeah, see, Hanzo Oshihara has a very unique look in himself. I'm sure you guys saw it on the stream. So.
Nope.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Here we go.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Oh wow, it just now came up.
Yeah.
Damn, that's like almost 60-second delay.
Yep.
All right, so somebody says I'm gonna flag your videos. Who told you to come back? Okay, go ahead, flag my videos.
Please do. It'll be funny.
Exactly. The White Knight Order. That's gonna be the newest. We need to get WKO trending on Twitter right now. White Knight Order. WKO. Oh, jeez. All right. Congratulations on winning Power General Manager of the Year. Thank you very much. I wasn't there long enough, I don't think, to be considered the General Manager of the Year, but I was there long enough, and I spoke honest enough to, to be part of the White Knight Order. WKO. I always remember the worst match in TPP history, the triple threat match, which featured James Anderson, which turned into a botch king. I don't think it was the worst match in TPP history. I mean, we've had. I might catch, if John ever watches this, I might catch slack for this because he's on Facebook and on my Xbox and stuff. But John Wolf versus Die Hard for the TPP Championship. It was in, I think, July or August of 2010. A title match that was like a minute and a half long, 2 minutes long. So it was really, 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 really short. It was bad, and his character did not look good at the time. It was probably the worst match we've ever had, and I was involved in it, so it was the worst match we've ever had. Best botch in TPP. We don't actually have that many botches. But the most notable botch was it was the Anthony Guerrero Jr. and.
If you say what I think you're about to say, no.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. It was the commentary table botch. It was the front flip. That's what it was, and I'm trying to think. It was Junior and was his name Kill Switch or Killjoy? His name was Killjoy. Killjoy and Junior versus it was Atlas and Porter, right?
I think so, but yeah, not my fault.
Yeah, it was all McNabb's fault.
Not my fault.
It was a beautiful setup too, and he botched it. He botched it, guys. He flat out botched it. Botchomania. But yeah, that was the best botch in TPP, hands down. That was the
Do you
best
mean
one.
Botchiko?
Yeah, Botchiko. James Anderson asked us to stop making fun of him. So if you're gonna ask questions, just say that one guy. Said he doesn't know what's about him.
That one guy.
That one guy. If we don't see any more Hazard, can I have his hair?
Say what?
Unfortunately, we're still in discussions with Craig Hazard, so I can say that we're still in discussions with Hazard. It's dependent on his schedule and what he's got going on in life. I heard that selling crack cocaine just isn't working anymore, so he may have to come back to the ring. I support the White Knight organization. It's the White Knight Order. The White Knight Order. All right, Hanzo next champion. Quite possibly it could happen.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I'm saying it. I'm saying if WKO shows up in any other leagues or feds, I will flag your videos. I'm gonna say it. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it because I'm copyrighting WKO right now. The White Knight Order, TPP only. I'm gonna make a T-shirt that says it on Die Hard, and I'm gonna put the White Knight Order Ona.
That means you need to go to the registry office or whatever and actually copyright. Yeah, get copyright stuff for that.
Yeah, I know that actually costs money to copyright that stuff. By the way, just so people know, so that they're aware.
I'm going to
But
copyright Scythe.
I think we should make a paint tool that says WKO on it and put something cool behind it. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to upload it to Community Creations. I'm going to make one. I'm going to put it on Community Creations for you guys. I'll hack it in the game, and anybody can use it. I don't care if you're on a different show. You know, just leave the paint tool intact. It'll look really cool. So
I'm agreeing with Power Wrestler in the chat. Who keeps mentioning new guys that we haven't seen yet?
Exactly. You guys are talking about new guys. You don't even know what half of them look like. It's just like kind of spitballing ideas here. I'll show you guys a screenshot, and actually, this screenshot is old. It's not the full, roster. If I can find it here, let's see.
Is this the one where it's got the people in the front and the people in the background and blah blah blah?
I think so. Let's see here. Yeah, it should be the one that I was talking about when I did the picture of the stream, but I don't think I actually had the base thing for it. So, I mean, there's some of the new characters in here. There's a couple of them. I mean, this wasn't our full roster either. This was only, I think, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of our 28.
Don't put up the picture. Don't put up the picture. Power Wrestlers hate spoilers.
All right. Well, it's not it's not like
spoiler.
that kind of spoiler. It's just it shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new guys. That's all it shows. And you guys should be able to tell who the guy in the upper left-hand corner is. I mean, just because of his size, you should be able to tell who he is.
I'm mad. My head really appears in the back.
Well, I had to because I that's your old picture from 13.
Just like everyone else is just like part of the body is just like head.
Well, I was gonna put you closer up, but then I was like, oh, but he's got his arms outstretched, and I gotta get a new picture of Scythe. It's an old one.
But yeah, man. What was I gonna say? I can't remember.
Let's see.
But Power Wrestler. I hope you know that Die Hard fires himself. Just, there's a spoiler for it.
All the time. I fire myself all the time. And on the first show, I do it. Look at that, Poland's. He tweeted out White Knight Order. Hell yeah. I'm going to retweet that. Everybody should retweet that. All right, what is going on with the tag team division? We're looking to expand on it. We've got some tag teams in the works, and we think it's gonna. We're gonna try to focus
it's wheels
on
in motion. Wheels in motion.
Yeah, it's in motion. We're trying to get the traction to get it going really good, and we really want to focus on the tag stuff for you guys because a lot of shows lack that. They don't they have the tag matches, but they don't have the story element to the tag matches, and so we want to help, get that going again, and all that good stuff. Oh, also, just so everybody knows. Frontline is not a weekly show anymore, or at least right now it's not going to be a weekly show. Those that are on the roster, we're all super busy, and we've all got a lot of stuff going on, other projects.
I don't really have anything going on for me.
Well, that's because you're a no-life, okay? You're a no-life, jeez. Those of us that have lives, we were busy.
Hey,
he's not a no-life. He's not a no-life. But yeah, so we aren't going to be weekly right now. That may change, But for right now, we're just kind of doing the episodes as we go. And so I'm not saying to tune in next Wednesday for Frontline because it probably won't be up by then. But we'll keep you updated when we upload shows. So you'll be in the know of when the next show's coming. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, the Cerberus, the guy that was in that picture in the left-hand upper corner, that was Cerberus. He's bigger than everybody else. He's a big dude. Very big man.
The thing is, I might have a tag team partner for him as well.
And we're about 38 minutes away from the relaunch. And now, we got a good question here. What top 3 characters of past TPP do you enjoy commentating, and what 3 characters within the new TPP do you think you'll enjoy commentating? My 3 favorites to commentate for from the past.
Blast from the past. AC?
Nope. I mean, AC is a cool dude, but he wasn't one of my favorite people to commentate. One of my favorite people that I ever commentated for was it was a match, actually. It was the Die Hard versus Jordan Moore title match at Over the Limit, episode 44 on the old TPP channel. That was I got really excited at the end of the match, and nobody will ever really understand it, but me and Jordan were there, and we did the match, and then we did commentary on the match, and even doing the commentary was exciting. There wasn't any downtime in the match. It was just continuous, and it was like a 40-minute match, just back and forth, and Die Hard would get the advantage, and he'd think it was over, and Moore would get the advantage, and he'd think it was over. It was a really, really good time to be in TPP at that point in time. One of my other people that I really enjoyed doing commentary for was James Mackay. I loved commentating his matches, especially his Insights match at Network Collision and then Endgames, because there was such fluidity in between moves, and the way the story was told was just bar none. It was amazing. And my third favorite, that's a tough one, because I like commentating Craig Hazard's matches, but I like commentating Orion James's matches. I guess for the third one, I would say everybody else. But if I was going from the past when I started commentating,
Pretty cool.
I liked commentating Devin's matches, but more than anything, I liked commentating Alan Seibreight's matches.
Yeah,
Just because he was a young kid, and
the side rights.
he was the Seibreight's, the brothers of TPP, the legit blood brothers of TPP, but they only had one Xbox, so they'd have to sign in and sign off to do matches and stuff. So we could never do David Seibright versus Alan Seibright, because otherwise it'd have to be an offline match. I think we did that one time and it didn't turn out too well. And then, what 3 characters within the new TPP do you think you'll enjoy commentating? There's a lot of love for Cerberus tonight, but Cerberus, because he's scary as shit. He's my definite number one. And then you guys are going to hear it on tonight's show, but I had a lot of fun doing Scythe's match, doing the commentary on that, on Scythe and his opponent. I guess I'll tell you his opponent. His opponent was Mark Lester. He first came in with longer hair, but now he's got this kind of short Justin Timberlake kind of haircut going on, so I don't know what his deal is. He's a weirdo. And then I really enjoyed doing Hanzo's match. His match was fun. I really think I'm going to enjoy doing commentary for him in the future, too. I don't know. I like doing commentary for everybody. Certain people I can get more into it than others. But, sometimes, I just try to be in all types of involvement. And here's a question for you, McNabb, which will give me time to recuperate my lungs. Why do you support garbage football and soccer team Liverpool?
Why? Why indeed? Because, obviously, right now they're not garbage because they're second in the league. Soccer is the national sport over here, really. So, it's kind of like you guys, you American guys, and your Madden kind of thing, It's like your soccer for us is like your football over there, really. Everyone in America basically follows it. Like everyone over here follows football, and yeah, my team is not garbage because we're second in the league and we're doing quite well.
All right, I guess that was a good response. That was a good one. Favorite match from the tryouts. Why you got to put me on the spot like this? Because no matter what I say, somebody, if they watch this, are going to be mad at me. They're going to be like, what? What? Yeah, I'm trying for, when we did. I don't know. I had a lot of favorite tryouts. I would have to say my favorite was more than it's tough because part of me wants to say Brian Amir's tryout, but I don't think he tried out as Brian Amir. I think he tried out as I can't even think now. See what you guys do to me? You make me think back to the stuff that I try to forget about,
Just trying to
I would have to say
Well,
Probably
you
Seth
are-
Lasaf. Yeah, Seth Lasaf's tryout was the best tryout. Like that's the one that we all voted on was Lasaf's tryout. Like he had everything down pat in his tryout. He was ready. He was more than ready for his tryout. He did amazingly good.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen that tryout though. Can't remember.
And somebody says I want a Scythe hat, shirt, ring, watch, and underwear. Nowhere I can find any. Yes, at tpp2k.com. Don't actually go there because it's an actual website. It's just the forum. Like it's the TPP website. So we should. I've thought about actually making a TP. Brian Amir was his tryout character. Okay, I wasn't sure if I couldn't remember if he used Brian Amir or not for his tryout character. But yeah, maybe we should open up a TPP store, the TPP app. Purchase TPP gear here.
If you do that, you're gonna get a lot of shit from it.
Why? I wouldn't use copyrighted logos. I'd make them all.
Not that. On the fact that TXW did a TXWshop.com thing.
Hey, and that's something I want to touch on real quick. I realized something today. This morning when I got up at 6 something this morning, and then when I sent out my Ask FM, it said, ask me a question at 7:15 in the morning. I realized something very interesting. Now, I'm not trying to take anything away from any other place. But currently, TPP is the longest running and oldest online league on YouTube.
Ooh.
I can statistically prove this now because TXW deleted their channel. The original FAM channel got deleted. So when they had to make their new channel, it's got from when their new channel was made and beyond. So statistically, when history happens, like 5 years from now, because somebody said in 5 years people wouldn't remember me, that's okay. They don't got to remember me because if they go and they look for colleague stuff, they're going to find TPP having the oldest uploads to date. There's no other online leagues. I'm not talking about offline feds. I'm just talking about online feds. There's no other online ones that have a further dated back upload date than I do, which I'm happy shit for. I realized that today, and I'm very happy.
Well, the channel for TXW is still up. It's just they have no videos.
Exactly. They have no videos. All the videos are gone. I don't remove history, so I always leave it there. All right, Brian Amir or Orion James. Brian Amir. Orion, it's like this. Orion James took what we gave him and brought it somewhere else. He didn't take his ball and go home. He took his basketball and went to a different court. Just the way it is. I wish Orion James the best, and I probably should have patented the OJ Locke name, because Billings gave it to him. But I'm not that spiteful of a person, so I hope that you other commentators enjoy saying the OJ Locke, knowing that Billings said it first.
Wait, so he took my basketball? God damn it!
Exactly, he took your basketball and he ran away. But yeah, so Brian Amir, I really liked Amir's tryout. And Orion James did good, like he was really good in TPP. Like I enjoyed having him there, yeah. But unfortunately, he's elsewhere now. So he's in like I said, he's in either heaven if you like the place, or he's in hell if you don't like it. He's not in purgatory anymore. He's in heaven or hell. And then of course Lasafa saying yeah because his tryout was considered the best. Diehard, have you ever hit the spine buster on someone in real life? Yes, I have. I've hit it twice in real life. I've had it done to me a couple of times too, but I hit it on Melinda's brother James. Like for those of you that don't know, I've said this before too, but James Braden is actually my brother-in-law in real life. Like in real life, I see him very frequently. And one night we were wrestling over at his old apartment. This was probably in 2008 or 2009. I don't know. It was a long time ago. I did that spine buster to him, like on there was only like cement underneath the carpet and stuff. And that same night, I did the same spine buster to his friend Matt. And then the next day, I put his friend Matt in a standing Fujiwara armbar, and his friend Matt cried like a little girl. And I'm not a big guy. I'm a pretty small dude, And they were both bigger than me. They've always been bigger than me, but size doesn't matter when you grab them by the arm.
Well, I kind of chokeslam someone into like, do you know those round bins that you have?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I kind of chokeslam someone into that, and their ass kind of got stuck.
That would suck. Yeah, see, like FAM, I don't like the thing with FAM is they usually do a show once every between 3 to 6 months, and honestly, like I had a really big problem with FAM. A lot of people know that. I had a big problem with Fam for a long time. I still don't like Fam. But they, I don't know, they aren't nearly as bad as what other people have been within the past, couple of months. So Fam was like little schoolgirls compared to everything that happened.
Die Hard likes
But,
his little schoolgirls.
Yeah. Lasafa is the man. Yes, he is. He had an amazing tryout. If there was one tryout that we were to ever bring onto the roster, he would probably be that one guy that we'd pull up first. He would pull precedent over everybody else from tryouts. He had an amazingly good tryout. He did really good in his match, and like I said, he was spot on. He did amazing. And we will be starting the show very, very soon. Very, very soon. Very soon. In a little less than 26 minutes. So you got 26 more minutes of Die Hard and McNabb ripping you a new one. Yeah.
I don't want to rip anyone a new one. You can go.
Why
ahead.
not? Man,
Very bring someone a new one.
Ah, fine. We don't have to. We don't have
I'm
to
joking,
rip
I'm
anybody.
joking.
We don't have to rip anybody. We can just be nice, palsy-walsy with everybody and tell everybody it's all gonna be okay. And love
Every
everybody.
little thing is gonna be alright.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whew.
But yeah. Let's see.
Oh, I got more questions coming in on Ask FM. I can't even keep up with them. If you could punch one person in the CAW community, who would it be? Can this punch be like a continuation punch? Or is it only one person? Because if it's only one person, I would who would I want to punch in the face? As much as, and I'm going to say this right now just because I've always wanted to say this without having to ever worry about the repercussion, but I've always wanted to punch Verdi in the face and Silvera and stuff. I mean, Shannon Blair. I've always wanted to punch them in the face, but in all honesty, if I could punch one person in the face with no repercussions at all, it would be Semeraro. As much as I despise that group of people, it would be Semeraro. And I have a good reason for that. Because of what he did. Because of how he had his brother come into the Rumble the way he did. And single-handedly made everybody hate me. And I mean everybody. Robert Semeraro would be the one person in the CAW community that I would punch square in the fucking nose. And yes, I know I just dropped a really bad F-bomb right there, but I'm just being honest. I'd close my fist, and I'd inject it right into his face. And I'd make it a paint tool. I would, too. I'd put that shit on YouTube. Okay, now that we got that out of the way. Anyways,
help you with
everybody, well, I don't know if you wanted to. The question was if you could punch one person. I don't know if it meant if you could have one person hold them while the other person punches them.
Actually, to be honest, I have no one to punch.
I got a long list, but he's at the top of that list. He takes precedent over everybody else just because he set that whole train in motion.
Well, I did have a long list, and I was just one day I was just it can't be fucked.
That is true. Is it best for someone over 18 to run a show?
Yes.
Yes and no. It's a toss. Because the thing is, when you're young, you're a teenager. You want to hang out with your friends. You want to go chase after girls. Stuff like that, which is good. That's living your life. But as you get older, you have family. Wife, kids, or husbands, or job. Full-time job, part-time job,
Personal
overtime
service
job.
By Dr.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a real perfect time to run a show. You just eventually, and I just posted this on a topic somewhere else. I don't remember what the website was. I think it was CAW Mainstream or something, but they asked if CAW was dying. The thing is, as you get older, you start to learn how to, set your time apart to do different things. And you try to make 25 hours instead of 24 hours a day. You try to make that 25th hour happen. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, But if you can find a way, whether you're young or old, to do what if you enjoy doing a show, if you can find a way to make it happen, then it'll work just fine. It's just, it's just a matter of balancing out your time so that you don't burn yourself out, that you don't get overly tired, or feel overwhelmed. That's the biggest thing of it.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a good one. Does Melinda have her favorites and dislikes too? Yes. Melinda has what I would like to say her nice list and her fuck you list.
Die Hard,
Like
I would very much stay away from that fuck you list.
yeah, exactly. Like I'm not even on the nice list. She doesn't even put me on that list. But she's like the thing is, she has very little to do with the actual caw community. You know, like I mean, she makes her caw, you know, sometimes, and then I'll make little tweaks to it or whatever. You know, but all she does is make voiceovers, and you know, she's the one that gets the brunt of everything. Like if something's going on, you know, I end up getting some like I'll tell her what it is, and it'll seem like I'm badgering her with it, you know. And I know that that's how she feels. She says she doesn't feel like that, but I know that's how she feels, you know. And so she's probably got a longer list than me of people that just because at one time or other they might have done me wrong, but because she had to hear about it, they're on her list. And you don't want to be on her list. Her list is like way worse than mine. Like hell has no fury like a woman's scorn. Okay, and so that's why I've thought about this for a long time, but with everything that happened on Christmas Eve, up and through, you know, New Year's Eve and stuff, I could have made a video and really, really lashed out at everybody. I could have, but I didn't. And unfortunately, the reality of it is karma is a bitch. I mean, sure, they said some really nasty things about my son. You know, they said some nasty things about Melinda. They said nasty things about me. But, you know, it is what it is. They're more than welcome to state their opinions, state their words, make their memes. They are more than welcome to do that because someday, it may not be today, tomorrow, next year, next month, someday it will come back to them. And it's going to come back a lot worse than it ever came to me. And I'm okay with that. You know, I mean, I won't feel bad for them when it happens. But, you know, someday they will get what they've got coming. It doesn't have to be given by me for it to happen, so. All right. If I was to ask a question in a question, would that be an inception question? And if that is an inception question, is this an inception question? And if so, is this an inception question? Technically, no, because you used inception 4 times. So you're not. It's not. No, it's not an inceptive question. It's just a question. All right. Oh, this is okay. So I can understand if you don't want to answer this one, McNabb, because we've got about 19 minutes for the stream. And this question says, let me get a drink of my Pepsi Cola here. Pepsi, if you're listening or watching, make sure to sponsor me and pay me some extra money because I'm sporting your Pepsi drink here.
Wait, is this aimed at me or is this aimed at both or is this aimed at you?
This is for both of us, I think. But Pepsi, just remember the drink of the Die Hard drink right here, Pepsi Cola. All right. Biggest sellout in the caw community. Do you want to answer it or do you not want to answer it?
I'm trying to think.
I would say the biggest sellout in the caw community is Die Hard. Oh yeah, I'm a sellout. I will do anything for money almost. You bet your ass when I'm making my TPP, I'm doing it for money. Now I do it for money. I mean, I used to not get jack shit from it, but I do it for money. I mean, I do it because I like doing my show, but it's the monetary motivation is great. No, but if we were talking in like, it's hard because how can you can't really judge somebody or call somebody a sellout. The hard part is.
I think they're talking about someone that was all cool at first and then they went somewhere else and did some and then they started being a total dick to someone.
Oh well, that's 95% of the community. I mean.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's a big popularity contest, and I've always been able to stand by the fact that I don't need to be the most popular. I never wanted to be the most popular guy. I never wanted to have everybody like me. I'm okay having a large selection of people disliking me. I'm more than okay with that. And it's because I hold myself to my own standard. I walk the beat of my own drum, you know, and that's just the way it is.
Fortunately for me, if you hate me or you like me, I'm just going to still hold the middle finger
Well,
to everyone.
That's the thing. Like, I don't mind, like, when people have... People are telling me to start the show. I don't mind, you know, when people have opinions. Or if they change their opinions. You know, that's perfectly okay to change your opinion in the future. But don't change your opinion just because it's the cool thing to do. Just change your opinion because you changed your opinion. Because you're a man.
I'm a beard boy.
The people that screwed you over, do you think that they are just following orders or just genuinely a giant puss bucket? I think that was puss bucket. I might have, I said that wrong.
Pussy bucket.
Honestly, like those that have screwed me over, I mean, I haven't really been screwed over too many times. I mean, it's more or less been like, if like when we went on hiatus a couple of years ago when we had Arthur's, TXW picked him up. It's not like Arthur screwed me over. He went on to another show. He went on to TXW. They were active. They picked him up. And that they saw what he was doing on TPP and they let him blow up even more on TXW. But the people that screwed me over, it's not that they screwed me over. It's more like the people that talk shit. It's not that they're following orders because they're just big giants of pus. That's all they're just cowards. Spineless cowards.
How's it going, Chris Andrews? Woo!
If you could cross over your show with another league, what dream matches would you make? I wouldn't have to. I've got the people I want to work with. I'm working with them. So I wouldn't have to really worry about that. I have no interest to have people like Verdi on my show. He's called the Plague for a reason because, you see, the Plague is a very dangerous, deadly disease to get. So if he likes to be known as a disease, and that's on him. I like being known as a famous actor from the late 80s and early 90s. Bruce Willis, Die Hard. I'm okay with that. I have no interest for people like that on my show. I have no interest in people that want to make it all about them. And which, ironically enough, people have said I make TPP just for me. It's funny because we were just talking about this yesterday in an Xbox party. But, sure, yeah, the show's all about me. But, yeah, I have no interest in working with people that don't want to be cooperative. I like working with people that like to cooperate and for the betterment of the show. That's what I like to do.
Yeah. Didn't you have that conversation with me?
I had it with you. I had it with a couple other people. I mean, I've had it a couple of different times.
Fair enough. Man.
Whew. So we got like 15 minutes until the show starts. I'm excited and nervous at the same time. And guys, normally I'm not nervous like when we're getting ready to do the live stream, but I'm really nervous tonight.
I just realized if Verdi is the Plague, who would be the AIDS of Caw?
The AIDS of Caw? I don't know. I mean, that's a tough one. Because it's one thing to be the Plague, but I sure the hell wouldn't want to be, AIDS. And somebody said no Verdi equals entrance to heaven. Look, my thing is, more power to the guy. Whatever if he makes his Plague thing work. I'm just saying I wouldn't want to be known as a disease, throughout my life. Whatever.
What is up with the biblicalness today?
I don't know. I was just really feeling it for some odd reason. I'm
going to tell Melinda on you that you're feeling it today.
I was feeling bibbly today. Bibbly. I was feeling the bibbly. The bibbly. Wow, that's...
Just facepalm. Just facepalm.
Congratulations on winning CCE Superstar of the Year. Oh, well, thank you. I
What?
guess. I don't know. Somebody just sent that to my Ask FM. Has CCE even been around to have a Superstar of the Year? Like, have they been around long enough to do that?
Their season 1, episode 12, 13, around that area.
Wait. Are they in season 1 or season 2?
1.
I was going to say, because they can't be in past season 1 yet. They only had, 8 shows?
Well, I have a few people that I know in CC, so, there's some people in CC I like, and there's some people I don't like. However,
Well, I got people asking me why I'm nervous. You want to know why I'm nervous? Because I'm nervous. That is why. Okay, I'm nervous because it feels different doing a stream again. I thought that I wasn't going to do any more live streams like this, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it for you guys.
Just have me on it. It relieves the tension.
I'm still nervous. It doesn't even, I know I'm talking kind of fast, and I'm nervous. It's a natural thing for me. I'm just so nervous.
Chris Andrews. Yes, I love Chris. I love you, Chris. Don't worry. I love you.
But I do want to thank everybody, for being on the stream with us right now. I should have
Yeah.
popped a Molly. I should have, you know. I'm really thankful that we get the crowds that we get on here. I mean, I don't need 75 people on my stream. The 10 that I have, or that XSplit says I have, that's more than enough. That makes me more than happy, you know. And I thank all of you for being here right now and taking part in the live stream, you know.
Group hug in the live stream.
Here we go. With a few minutes left before the show, can we get a quick rundown on where we left off with the last TPP? On the final episode of TPP, we'll go from Endgames. We'll do a recap of Endgames. Endgames opened up beautifully. The beautiful voiceover intro done by, at the time, James Mackay. You know, he's like, and now TPP Entertainment presents Endgames, and you know all that good stuff. I'm gonna read off the run sheet to you guys just because it was fun. Like the whole episode itself I loved it, and those that watched it, I think people really enjoyed it, and that would have been episode 29. Give me 1 second here. Let's see, 29. So we opened up with the Adrenaline Championship. It was James Anderson versus Kanji. And it was a good back and forth match. Anderson was victorious, which would have set him up for his gimmick that he would have started on 2K14 had he been recontacted. And then we had the tag team title match, which that had a lot of back and forth, and that had the infamous table botch. That was Junior. Yeah, that was Junior and Killjoy versus Porter and Atlas.
Fuck that table. That table was in my way.
Yep, and then the Internet Championship was the next match. That was Jimmy B. Martinez versus Bryson, and that was that a table? Was that the tables match? Yeah, that was the tables match. So we did the tables match, and Bryson got very frustrated because he couldn't rock bottom Jimmy B. Martinez through the table. We were screaming at our Xboxes when it wouldn't do it like the right way.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
And then match of the night was James Mackay versus Scythe, number 2, and that was a last man standing match. And it was just all out. It was awesome, straight up awesome.
I shed a tear.
It was a spectacular match. And then the main event, we only had 5 matches on Endgames. The main event was James Braden versus Craig Hazard for the TPP Championship, which Craig Hazard did retain his championship. And the final scene was seeing Craig Hazard celebrating in the TPP ring with the TPP Championship. That was the last thing everybody saw from WWE 13 for TPP, and it was great. We had a blast doing Endgames. I had a blast doing it. We had a blast doing Network Collision. The final 2 pay-per-view type events we did, they were so fun. Like, it was amazingly fun.
Urban Warfare was kind of like, for free, was kind of like our, like, yeah,
well, that was our treading water. Yeah, it was our treading water show. We were just, we were trying to do it. All right, so I'm gonna take this one last question just because this one's funny and I gotta take it. But and then I'm gonna start the pre-roll for for the actual show because guys, less than 10 minutes now.
Wait.
Will we see Die Hard in RWU? No. I remember when Cameron Bash contacted me about appearing on one of his other shows. And this was a couple of years ago, but he contacted me. He's like, well, we're trying to get the people that were big in CAW. And I was like, CAW? What the fuck is CAW? I don't refer to what we do as CAW. I refer to us as just recording shows. Did you say I liked what? Boy, in your mouth. But all right, ladies and gents, it is that time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to end the Skype call with Mr. McNabb. So McNabb, thank you very much for joining me.
It's all good, man. Hope you guys enjoyed me being here, I guess. Yeah.
All right, I'll see you later, McNabb.
See you, man.
All right, so at this time, I want to thank you all for joining me on the podcast. It has been loads and loads of fun because I'm an old geezer and I'm easily entertained. But now we're going to start the pre-roll because, guys, it is that time. As you should see in just a few moments, your screen will go black. And you will hear the lovely voice of none other than TPP's own Christopher Billings.